Welcome to Popcorn TV in this recap of the final episode of The Rings of Power. As episode 8 marks the end of the first season, the writers reveal what direction the show will take in the upcoming seasons. In this final episode is where alliances are forged and choices are made. Choices that will determine the future of most characters, by determining whether they will embrace the power of good or take side with evil against Middle-earth. As the giant stranger who fell from the sky in episode 1, still battles to understand who he is and why he is here, he is tracked down by three women who seem to belong to a dark cult, who in the previous episode, gave us the impression that they were hunting down to kill him, but it turns out that they are actually here to serve him. Lord Sauron is the refer to the stranger.
Sauron.
However, the stranger still struggles to control his powers, and seems unstable, which leads to the three unknown women dressed in white silhouette to use their own supernatural abilities to counterattack him and put him to sleep. Nori and her people find themselves caught up in the turmoil, as the three self-declared acolytes of Sauron attempt to appease the giant stranger's powers, through brutal conjuring of supernatural force. At this point, the giant stranger is convinced to be the Dark Lord, but Nori takes the risk of trying to free him from the three unknown women, and convinces him that he was sent to help, and that he is good. You choose by what you do.
You're here to help. I know it.
You're here to help. I know it, she says. These words resonate in the stranger's head, as he stands on his feet and summons a strong wind. Now the three acolytes come to a realization that they got the wrong guy. He is not Sauron, he is the Istar. The stranger illuminates the forest with blinding white light which consumes the three acolytes, turning them to screaming skeletons before dissolving into clouds of fluttering moths.
I'm good.
Meanwhile, in Eregion, Elrond and Celebrimbor still are worried that Gil-galad is coming, and they still have no way of saving the elves. Galadriel arrives from a 6-day horse ride with Halbrand, who is badly wounded. However, elvish medicine works fast, and Halbrand is back on his feet in no time. Halbrand seems to possess some unusual knowledge about how the mithril can be combined with other ores to stretch and amplify its power. Gil-galad meets with Elrond, Celebrimbor, and Galadriel. Celebrimbor suggests they make a mithril crown. Gil-galad, the resident crown wearer, doesn't like the idea. But Celebrimbor is insistent. We are on the cusp of crafting a new kind of power. A power not of the flesh, but over flesh. Those words sound familiar to Galadriel. Adar spoke them then.
Defeat the one you call Sauron. He sought to craft the power, not of the flesh, but over flesh.
And now Celebrimbor, who is seemingly under Halbrand's influence. Gil-galad reluctantly agrees to give Celebrimbor a few more months, and the workshop is suddenly bustling with smiths firing and forging, including Halbrand. Galadriel watches from the shadows, now suspicious, and asks for any records of the Southland's royal bloodlines. The Númenorian ship is heading home. Elendil is below deck, where Queen Miriel offers him leave as he recovers from the seeming loss of his son. The consequences of Elendil's trust in Galadriel have been unforeseen and terrible, but he will ensure that the ends are worth what they have each lost. As they reach Númenor, Elendil sees the black flags draped around the harbor. The king has died. The last episode tells us how Galadriel finds out that Halbrand is not the king of the Southlands, as the records she receives show that the Southlands' royal bloodline ended. Halbrand therefore confesses.
I have had many names.
He starts to whisper words into Galadriel's head and attempts to persuade her to join him and that he will make her queen. Galadriel succeeds in resisting such a compelling offer from the Dark Lord.
I would make you a queen. Fair as the sea and the sun. Stronger than the foundations of the earth.
And you, my king. The Dark Lord.
No. Not dark. Not with you at my side. You told me once that we were brought together for a purpose.
What follows seems to be the beginning of new alliances. Galadriel convinces Celebrimbor to make 3 rings from the mithril combined with the ores of Valinor, and that they go only to elves.
Powers we forged today must be for the elves alone, untouched by other hands.
As this first season comes to a close, Halbrand treks through the ruins of Mordor. He is Sauron, king of the Southlands, and he will seek to rule them all, and in the darkness bind them. Galadriel, Elrond and Celebrimbor find themselves standing in front of 3 rings. The rings are reflected in an eye that also reflects the fires of Mount Doom. Nori parts ways with her family, as they encourage her to embark on a journey with the giant stranger, who must go to Reen to learn more about his origins and purpose. You choose who you are by what you do, after all. I must say that the message in this episode finale is quite moving, and convergence in the storyline sets up a good path for a season 2. Let me know what you think in the comments, and do not forget to like and subscribe for future video.